Hey, welcome back to Eye on Agriculture. I'm Britton Rucker. As the weather ramps up, so do things on the farm. We're joined now with Tani Larson with Kansas State University to cover safety on the farm as we get back into busy season. Welcome, Tani.
Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. Okay, so diving right into this, what can we be doing now to make sure hopefully we stay safe on the farm later?
You know, I think the biggest things are to plan and prepare. Farmers work really hard to prepare their fields and their equipment for planting season, but they also need to work to prepare their bodies for the upcoming season. Maybe do a little bit more walking, stretching, light weightlifting to build some stamina. And the stronger you are, the less likely you are to stumble or fall. And really, planning keeps everything running smoothly, which should decrease the stress levels as well.
And also, in light of preparing, make sure our first aid kits are good to go too. Just checking those over as well.
Yes, that's a great idea. And really just anything on your equipment, the fire extinguishers, are they charged? Are you really ready for everything? So taking that time and getting things together really makes a lot of sense.
Tani, are there any accidents that you see time and time again on the farm that can be avoided?
Yes, the most injuries related to agriculture are musculoskeletal due to falls, trips, slips, that type of thing, and some overexertion, whether it's too much in the sun or just too much work and your body's not prepared. So really getting stronger and avoiding those strains and sprains, because if you hurt your muscle and tendons, it can put you out. So the average day off work in agriculture is about 10 days. And I don't know a lot of people that are going to really take 10 days off. So it's really a matter of making sure your body is strong enough so that you don't have those things happen.
And as we know, family, a big element of the farm. What can we be doing to make sure our kiddos stay safe on the farm?
I believe that communication is number one, and it's difficult because growing up on a farm is a great place to be, and we want our kids involved. We want them to come back and work in agriculture, but we do need to make it safe. And from what I've heard from producers is communicating, especially when there's big trucks or equipment coming in and out of the yard, is huge. So maybe it's texting or calling ahead. Keeping those kids inside the house is also safe. But really, the communication and the most injuries that we see are related to ag equipment, drowning, and then also just motor vehicles.
Tani, I do want to mention there is also a survey for the Kansas ag community that folks can be a part of. What's the purpose behind that, and how can people really get involved with that?
So the survey is sponsored by CS Cash, one of our national safety centers, and we want to find out what producers want regarding ag health and safety. What type of programming? Do they want livestock care and safety? Do they want more about respirator safety and grain handling and those types of things? So we really want to find out what they want and how they want to receive the information. Is it Zoom? Is it in person? What type of thing? So it's really important that we collect at least 500 responses, and the first 500 people will also get a pair of K-State purple knit gloves that are really nice. So we'll send those out to you, and I think what we'll do going forward is programming, but also we can get some larger brands to do some bigger programming based on the information that we receive back.
Well, Tani, thanks so much for coming on. We'll be back with more on agriculture after the break.